the BMW E46 M3, and many people think it's the best M3 BMW ever made, and I agree.
This is a 2003 BMW M3, and it's cool. The new BMW M3 is also cool, but in a different way. This is old school analog BMW, shows us how the M cars really used to be. And I think the E46 M3 is going to go down as an iconic BMW M car.
You know, some cars are just different. They're more than just metal, rubber, and glass. They become legends, benchmarks. And today, we're going to tear down one of the all-time greats, the BMW E46 M3. So let's get right into it. And that quote right there, it really gets to the heart of it. People don't just like this car, they fall in love with it. It's about a feeling, a real emotional connection that goes way beyond 0 to 60 times. So what is it? What's the magic sauce in this 2-decade-old Bimmer that makes it so legendary? Well, to really get the E46, you've got to understand where it came from. The M3 name carries a ton of weight. And this car, it didn't just show up. It arrived at the perfect, almost magical moment in automotive history. And when you look at the M3 family tree, you see it right away. The E46 is sitting right there in the sweet spot. It's the absolute peak of the naturally aspirated straight-six M3s. It came just before everything changed, before the big V8s, before turbos, before all-wheel drive. It's why so many people call it the Goldilocks M3. It's just right. Now, that just right feeling, that wasn't an accident. It was pure obsessive engineering. The whole legend of this car is built on mechanical brilliance, and the story has to start with what's under the hood. So this term is absolutely key to understanding the soul of the E46. A naturally aspirated engine is a pure engine. It breathes air on its own. What that means for you, the driver, is that there is a one-to-one connection between your right foot and the engine. No delay, no lag, just instant, beautiful power. It's a feeling that honestly is a dying breed in modern cars. And here it is, the magic number, 8,000 RPM. Chasing that red line is the whole point of this car. The sound it makes getting there, it's not just loud, it's a symphony, a screaming metallic rasp that is, without a doubt, one of the greatest engine sounds ever made, period. And look, this isn't just hype. The S54 engine is a masterpiece of engineering. I mean, individual throttle bodies? That's race car tech for razor-sharp response. They even made parts of it hollow just to save weight so it could rev to the moon. And get this, its pistons moved faster than the ones in many dedicated race engines of the time. It's no wonder it won Engine of the Year for 6 years straight. But a world-class engine is only half the story, right? You need a chassis to match. BMW's M division was obsessed with balance, and they nailed a near-perfect 50-50 weight distribution. They also made the whole car dramatically stiffer. All that means is that the car was incredibly stable, predictable, and just felt like an extension of your own body. So, we have the specs, we have the engineering, but what does all that jargon actually feel like from behind the wheel? Well, this is where all those numbers turn into magic. This is where we get to the legendary analog feel of the E46 M3. And this right here is maybe the biggest difference between then and now, the steering. The E46's hydraulic steering is like having a direct phone line to the front tires. You can feel every little texture and bump in the road through your fingertips. Modern electric steering is amazing. It's faster, but it often feels like it's running that conversation through a computer first, filtering out all the good stuff. The E46 gives you the raw, unfiltered truth. Wow. I mean, that quote just nails it, doesn't it? This is not a quiet, comfortable bubble. It's an experience. It's visceral. You are right there in the center of this incredible mechanical orchestra, and it is thrilling. So when you put it all together, this is what everyone comes away saying. They don't talk about being the absolute fastest. They talk about being the most engaging. They call it a surgical tool because it demands your focus and rewards your skill. It's a car that actually makes you a better driver, which is something you can't say about a lot of modern cars that do have to work for you. Okay, so the car guys love it. We get it. But you know who has the ultimate, most brutal say on what's truly great? The market. And the E46's journey from a used car to a collector's item is a story all on its own. And it's a totally fair question, right? If this car was so special, why did it spend years getting cheaper and cheaper, just like any other used German sports car? What happened? How did this thing go from a bargain to a blue chip investment? This chart tells the whole story. You see the classic J curve. First, it depreciates like crazy when it's new. Then it hits rock bottom in the mid-2010s. This was the cheap thrills era, when you could pick one up for a steal. But then, something happens. The world woke up and values started to rocket upwards, blowing past what anyone thought was possible. And if you want proof of what people value, look no further. Inside that booming market, cars with the true 6-speed manual transmission are worth a fortune. We're talking a 30, 40, sometimes 50% premium over the automated SMG version. That is the market literally screaming for that pure analog 3-pedal driving experience. So what caused this crazy turnaround? Well, it was really a perfect storm. People realized it was the last of its kind. Then you have the poster car effect. The generation of kids who grew up dreaming about this car finally had the money to buy one. At the same time, a lot of these cars were crashed or modified during those cheap years, so nice ones became super rare. And finally, online auction sites put those few perfect cars on a global stage, and prices just exploded. So you take all of it, the incredible engineering, that unforgettable driving feel, and the undeniable market demand, and it all cements the E46 M3's place in history. This isn't just another fast car, it's a benchmark. The E46 really was the high watermark for an entire way of building cars. It was the peak of the analog era, where greatness came from pure mechanical brilliance. The amazing M cars that came after it, they were built on a totally different philosophy, one driven by software, turbochargers, and complex electronics. They're faster, for sure, but they've fundamentally changed the relationship between the driver and the machine. And for so many people, this is the bottom line. It's the final verdict. It's not just an M3. For a whole generation, it is the M3, the one that all others before or since are judged against. Which leaves us with a huge question. The E46 M3 built its entire legend on a screaming engine, on mechanical feedback, on an analog soul. So, in a future of silent, brutally fast electric cars, what are the new ingredients going to be? What will make a car a legend? What will be the poetry in motion for the next generation?